Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of our Bounty Hunter Saga playthrough. I did do a little bit of a prelude episode to get used to some recording. The audio wasn't great, so that might not actually get published. It got uploaded, took a long time. But yeah, so in this first episode I'm going to keep it relatively short because I live in quite a remote area. Internet connection is not brilliant, which means that can be a little bit harsh on the old uploads on longer episodes. But I thought in this episode what we'd do is we would outline what we're doing, or what I plan to do for this kind of like playthrough series, whilst my little ship decides to autopilot, whilst taking on some bounties and getting some contracts. I have done a reload recently. A lot of the bounties, Shift and H, a lot of the bounties were originally in, where is it, Hook. As I was going through Hook trying to find these bounties, I was exploring around, and it would appear that the Black Sun have managed to steal Star Destroyer, an Imperial Star Destroyer, the old ISD-1, which was tragic, as not only was it an ISD-1, it was an ISD-1 full of fighters. So whether or not the bounties are on that, it wouldn't surprise me if they are. But yeah, I am ill-equipped. As good as my little trusty gauntlet is, it's not very good against a Star Destroyer or a swarm of fighters. So the plan, and I'll try and be as concise as possible, but that is most likely going to turn into a massive tangent. So this is third or fourth playthrough. I wouldn't say I'm a master at this game. I wouldn't even say I'm particularly good at this game, but I have learnt a few things, and it's effective for me in the way I like to play. I've played as the Imperials for the Galactic Empire, the generic start where you start off with I can't remember what it was, some form of a TIE fighter, I think, the TIE Vanguard. That was quite fun. That was one of probably my first all-in playthroughs. It got a little bit frustrating though, because what I wanted to do is play as, someone who works for the Galactic Empire. I wanted to be a bad guy, and I built up. I managed to get a little bit of a fleet going. It wasn't the best fleet in the world, and it just kept getting trashed. And I kept getting trashed. I kept having to start again, and I'd not played the game enough to understand how station works. And in this version, in this X4 Star Wars mod, there's a lovely little criteria sheet, which obviously I didn't read, that tells you how to get your status with the Imperials and all the different factions. We need to find a way to Vortex. Let's do that now. Where is Vortex? Vortex is that way and I am that way. So if we long range scanner and do a little bit of a ping. Ping pong pong pong. That was a nice little tune, was it? Ping dong 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 do do do. Do 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 do. And it will be that one. So let's start flying towards that. Where were we? Yeah, so the Galactic Empire. It's good, very frustrating. You are pretty much locked in this top corner, and the New Republic are pretty aggressive in pushing in, and I could have gone into CSA territory and stuff like that. You're also at war with the Mandalorian, so you feel a bit caged. The Imperial fighters are squishy, they're quite manoeuvrable, they've got a lot of firepower, etc., but you do die easily. Next stop, Dorin. Dorin is in the bottom corner. So yeah, next playthrough I did, which I did a hell of a lot better, and I still probably revisit it every now and again, was New Republic. Same idea. I did the New Republic Academy start in the E-Wing. Is that the object we need? It is. So yeah, New Republic, did the New Republic standard start off on an E-Wing. That I did pretty well. As regards to, I learned how to do the whole station malarkey things. I started building up a fleet, even though I was playing with the New Republic. And I'll probably add some footage in of all this anyway. Yeah, even though I was playing with the New Republic. Oh, that's a dead. Is that a Liberty? A Moncal Liberty with the wings? So sad. Bill Bringy's down there this way, I think. Yeah, Bill Bringy's that. This is why I know this section of space pretty well, because I did a lot up here with the New Republic. Yeah, so one of the things I love about this game is the fact that just because you're New Republic or Empire or anything or things like that, you can. Will that bring me to Bill Bringy, or is that going to? Yeah, that's the one we want. I've got the galaxy unlocked just to make it easier, because the idea of this was do a bounty hunter playthrough. So I thought, well, I'll start with it. I've done it as a custom one. I'll go over it in a minute. I'll start with the galaxy open, but that doesn't mean you've got all the jump gates. Still a level of exploration. You can't just hit Shift A and away you go. What we're saying, yeah. So even though New Republic, because Q8 Drive Yards is in New Republic territory, my fleet consists of an ISD-1, 2 Victories, a 3 or 4 Dreadnought classes, an MC-40. You're going to want me to go straight down into Vakar. I think we're making his way down to the bottom end at the minute. But yeah, so I had a kind of like mishmash Imperial fleet with the big ISDs filled with ISDs and Victories filled with E-Wings, A-Wings, X-Wings, B-Wings, Y-Wings, as well as, you know, some rebel stuff and that, just to kind of thing it. That went well. But it did also get a little bit boring, because no matter how big I made my fleet, it seemed like whenever you went in to take on other factions, they always happened to make a bigger fleet. So initially I decided I claimed this sector, Atricia. At the minute the Atricia has a Vong installation. It didn't on the playthrough, but yeah, I claimed this sector with the idea of liberating Jakku and moving in. Jakku was surprisingly full of Star Destroyers, lots of Star Destroyers. So that didn't go well. I lost that fleet, built another fleet. The Mandalorians seem a little bit easier, or in the way that they don't seem to be quite as many of them. They don't seem to have as many big ships from what I saw. We managed to go from where was it? There's Geyser. Yeah, New Republic had taken Tanab. We took Geyser. The CSA had taken Geyser. I went in, defeated one of the little fleets, but all that happened is they brought back a big fleet. Autopilots don't like asteroids. Just doing this because it's quicker for me to do this, because the autopilot would stop, go round, stop, go round. Hey, asteroid fields, an autopilot. Anyway, what we were saying, yeah. So that playthrough went pretty well up until the point that for me to actually make any grounds and do what I want, because I've gone all in with the Republic, so most of the surrounding factions hate me, which makes travel between each section a little bit hard. Yeah, until I get Big Fleet Maximus done, we're going to be a little bit stuck, and it's just a bit of a slog. It was getting a bit repetitive. So that kind of brings us on to this. I decided that I wanted to just focus on mainly the combat side of things, mainly stop freezing game, thank you. Mainly being neutral, so I can go where I want, I can buy ships from whoever I want, and that way. So the plan is to get decent reputation with most of the most of all the factions, and just be a bounty hunter, just be a neutral bounty hunter, not in it for any of the politics. I would like to do it without any stations if possible, but I know to be able to get the military stations we might have to build a couple, but we'll just build them and kind of ignore them. My first phase 1 goal, I suppose, get enough credits to be able to get a harbour class auxiliary, which the harbour class, if we go on map, come on, buy ships, is it an XL one? Yeah, so this is the harbour class. I think it's a bit of a kit-bash ship by the mod developers. It's not the best looking ship in the world, but it's more like a home away from home. You can dock and repair ships and things like that. So I think I'm going to look at getting one of these instead of, oh come on, don't crash, instead of something like a big Star Destroyer or something like that. Although like a Venator would be cool, a Kel Derby would be mega cool, but we'll see. So that's the first phase. So then I've got a mobile base, basically. If you've ever watched Killjoys, which was a fantastic sci-fi series, Killjoys in that universe were basically bounty hunters. They've got these big ships which are owned by the Bounty Hunting Association, which is called the RAC, which is the Reclamation Appreciation Confederacy or something daft like that. But yeah, they have these big ships, which is like their kind of guild in the surrounding systems. So yeah, so that's the plan for now. And then get ourselves some fighters. We have got a couple of crafts. That's not a word. We've got just 2 modified N1 starfighters at the minute. They're the Bounty Hunter Guild N1s. That's N for Nigel. I have heard myself back on recordings. It does often sound like I'm saying M, not N. I do apologise for that. So we've got one little starfighter who's just scouting around, and then we've got another one which is acting as a mini trader. And rather than going for big money, this is basically just getting me reputation around this area. Mongaza is your main bounty hunter's headquarters. I'm trying to find, as another side mission at the minute, all the bounty hunter guilds, which is, that's the one for the New Republic in BIS. And I don't know where the other ones are. I've never come across them. I'm assuming there might be one in Imperial space. And Ascendancy space, which is down here. Maybe the Enotes. The current missions I'm doing, the current bounties are for the Enote Federation. Have I unlocked anything for them? No. They have a couple of shipyards. They sell... oh my god, I don't know why this is running so scratchy at the minute. Anyway. Yeah, the Enote Federation have some cool like fighters, like the combat ships, fighters and support ships. Where is it? Is it the Kyriax? Yeah, the Kyriax. I like the Kyriax. It's a cool light fighter. That's an Enote Federation, Transgal Industries. One of the things I like to do on this as well is try and find all of the... What do you mean find a way to Denon? Oh, autopilot. We've been to Denon. It's there. Shift and 3. Here's me, yammering away. Thank you, autopilot. Is it going to be that one? So yeah, you got like the autopilot. Sometimes, anyway. Yeah, so I'd like some of the lesser known fighters, I suppose. Obviously, I'd love a load of Mandalorian fighters as well. Fangs. I mean, a Gauntlet. I do like the Gauntlet. It's quite a good fighter. It does have some slight downfalls. Like the turret on the back end is pretty. It doesn't really work in every situation. It's not the most manoeuvrable thing. But at the end of the day, the Gauntlet's not a dedicated like supremacy fighter, or even a heavy jump completed. That's a good one. Or even a heavy fighter. It's a troop transport essentially. It's a Mandalorian troop transport. The ideas of these is they can be filled with Mandalorians, and the Mandalorians can do the thing, dive out. I'm a bit annoyed because I took those missions for Hook, not realising where Hook was, and the rest of the missions are down in the Enote Federation near Endor, which means I've travelled a very long way for nothing, because I don't really want to keep dying to a Star Destroyer. And now I've got to go down all the way here, which runs the risk of the enemy, the bounties being killed. Don't want to call them enemies as such. They're not my enemies. It's nothing personal. That's what we're going for. We're bounty hunters. It's just business. It just happens you're the business. There's a good film, Blade Runner. There's a quote there I've always liked from Rachel. I'm not in the business, I am the business. Cool film. So yeah, let's get ourselves to where we're going. We will engage our magic drive because we're heading down this way, I think. Bakura. Yeah, Bakura's down there. an Endor, and that's going to take a while, and I need to do some finding, etc. So, through the magic of editing, we will be right back. Okay, so we are just about to go into Imminus, whatever this system's called. I've just dropped a quick save. I've got a feeling we are going to die because this sector is a piratey one, I believe, or it's a I don't know why everything's a bit laggy today. I've been doing a lot of uploading and messing around, so maybe the computer needs a little rest. Anyway, yeah, so we are finding this. Usually these types of sectors, you go on information, you can tell, it'll say if it's got no owner, it's likely it's either got Vong in it. Ooh, pause. What are we looking for? Oh, we're looking for a Corsair MRX203. What we'll do actually is we'll drop a satellite near the gate, so then we know what's coming in and out this system. But yeah, usually in these sectors you will find there's a strong pirate presence, which tend, unless I would imagine if you're super good friends with them, they wouldn't attack on sight. But same as up in Hook, you have the problem where if a certain one see you, they'll just turn around and start blasting you. And this ship is not brilliant against swarms of fighters. What was that? That little question mark there. So we can see it has been. Is this our bounty? Yeah, that's the one. So it's a squadron leader. Doesn't fill me with the best of confidence, but you know, it's match speed because we are faster than this. Let's see where it goes. At the minute we have got missiles. Oh, it's this way. There she blows. The Xantis are very tough, and I don't know if this is like an Imperial Gazanti where it will have like TIE fighters dock to it. There she is. It's our target. So it's a Sea Rock variant. It's got a big gun on the back. I've never actually fought one of. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, we passed it. Oh, it stopped. Why are you stopped? Oh, in fact, that is coming straight for us. So what we might be able to do, depending how quick it is, I think that's still in travel mode personally, but we might be able to pop it. Oh, it's stopped. It's going backwards. They're not always the most accurate readings. We might be able to get a missile off. So if we can tag it as it comes and fire a missile, that'll give us a bit of a fighting chance. That's one of this ship's strengths, is the fact that oh no, I disarmed my gun somehow. Oh no, she's going the other way. It's got a missile, so when you're bounty hunting on smaller ships, you can usually kill them outright if you just use your missiles. can't remember if I mentioned it. The turret on this is next to useless because it's on its back end. She's there. And she stopped. Let's get a missile off. Yoo-hoo! I'll make you famous. Let's fire another couple of missiles.
Hey, will you stop firing?
Oh, sorry, it's an accident. You know, a weapons malfunction. Heavy hit. Oh, they didn't do much damage at all. This could be an interesting fight. We might need to find an equipment dock after this bounty. So this is the slow and cautious style. I know in the past when I've taken on Gazantes, they're not always the easiest things to kill. You think, oh, it's just a transport. But they're a tough old bird. Although they are quite slow. And not the most manoeuvrable thing in the world. Right. Let's see how this goes. And she's not doing a massive amount of damage to us, but she has got a friend coming in. Oh, I do not want to be underneath her. That's where the big gun is. Oh, that's a YV. That's another transport. We're getting her down though. We're getting her down. We're not taking too much damage from the shields. I don't think a YV has a massive amount of firepower, but we could be wrong. Whew. Let's get another lot. I'm finished, apparently. Well, you can never be certain. Well, this is a tougher bounty than I would have liked. We don't want a challenge. Right, can we stay? See, unfortunately on the smaller ships, I don't think you can target their turrets directly. Most of those shots missed. Well, that's fine, love. You know, I wouldn't want to let someone get away with it, but it's just business. There we go, we're through the shields, 50% hull. This is the first kind of like mission where I've accepted to take on a Gazonti or something big. I don't know if I'd do it again at the minute anyway. Because they do take as you can see, it does take a little bit of a while to cut it down. Maybe it'd be nicer to have a squadron with me. Like I said, I don't particularly want on this playthrough lots of large ships and things like that. I'd rather fight with just a little, or you know, a lot of small ships. Boom. Mission accomplished. And I think we'll probably be quicker than that YV. There's no bounty on it, so I'm not going to bother killing it because there's no point. Say that, I think it might have just... Oh, we've got another Gazonti. Where's that? Astilla Vista, baby. And last report heard. Set that one to active. Apparently we've already seen that one. Now are we going to have to deal with you? See, that one doesn't look like it's in a squad. Oh, come on. The YV666, as made famous by Bosch, the bounty hunter. That was his ship of choice, called the Hound's Tooth. If memory serves correctly as well, his YV had a on the back it had a Z95 that he could have docked. Yeah, so I will allow you to surrender. Well, I don't want to fight you. I don't. But you leave me no choice. Okay, so we now know if any bounties come up for YVs, 666s, we can deal with them. Alright, back to the actual bounty. So this is a Black Sun Corsair. Black Sun is starting to not like me very much at the minute. That might actually be the driving story for this. We might look at trying to knock out some of the pirate factions, like the Valerian Syndicate. They don't tend to like anyone. They just are hateful. spiteful, and they don't like ice for some reason. Ice for the Valerians is an illegal commodity. Go figure. Ooh. Oh no, that's someone else attacking them. That's no good. It's my bounty. That does look like it's maybe travelling towards that station. How far is the station? Shift and X. Let's get match its speed if we can. I don't want it near that station because if that's a Black Sun station, this being a Black Sun ship, we might have some problems. I don't usually like burning like this towards a target because it depletes your shields, and obviously you need them to take out, to take fire. How are you going? Oh, you hit the old boost button. Hit the NOS, so to speak. Rear turret, are you going to do something? No? Really need to figure out the firing angles on that. Because it sounds like it's firing now. Oh no, someone else is having a pop. Who's that? Is that another bounty hunter, I wonder? It's Bobber! Bobber. Look at that. It's Bobber's ship. F3, look at you, Mr. Fett. Oh, I wonder if he's operating in my turf. I say it's my turf, it's not really my turf. Right, map. Occasionally a bounty will come up. Anja, Endor, Hook. We're not doing any of the Hook ones. Anja, so Anja's got 2. Let's set that one to active. Yeah, sometimes you do get other bounty hunters pop up as bounties. I did try and go after a Sarge Ventress, but couldn't find her. Bounty hunters are a hard bounty hunter target because I believe, as I've seen bounty hunters all over the place, I've seen Bosch, Dengar, a Sarge Ventress, Boba Fett now. I believe they, like you as a player, can go anywhere in the system. Although he is just sat there at the minute. Light freighter. That could have been Bosch. So yeah, we've got a couple of jumps now. Where are we going? Juru? I thought you had been seen in Anjuna. Alright, it doesn't know a way to Angina, which is down there, and then Endor's somewhere up here. Is one of these? Oh, Endor's back down. Oh yeah, it's there. I keep looking it for in either white for the Galactic Empire or grey, but it looks like the note's taken. So we're going there. So we will be back very shortly. Okay, here we go. We are now in our desired sector. Oh, wrong button. Not wanting to load. Let's do a little quick scan. I do want to drop a satellite here as well, so we know what's coming in and out of the system. Bing. So we are looking for. Oh, that was a rubbish place to place a satellite. Oh well. So 37 minutes ago, 31, 2 hours, 31. So let's go. I've got a feeling. So when you see these like little blemishes on the map, that means there was a nav beacon there. So some of our targets may have already been dealt with. But if Bob has been on the loose in this area. Akato 1 second ago. That rhymes. Akato 1 second ago. Anyway, enough of my singing, enough of that. Where are we? So let's do a quick scan. There she is. Oh, so it might be worthwhile trying to do some missions for the Black Sun, because they are starting to become rather unhappy with us. Do we care though? Is that something we're that bothered about? So you're in a squadron. There's another Gazonti down there. That might be our other target. Ooh. Could be our target, in fact. Where are you going? Oh, you're going back through the gate, are you? Do you know you're being chased? This is not a bad pilot. Slippery. I'm hoping that Gazanti's not one of our targets, because if that squadron's around it, mind you, they're not going to be too chuffed to see me, are they? Oh, so you're now attacking. Ah, he's doing a runner. Playing cat and mouse. Shift and X, right. Match the speed. come on. Need to slow down. Shift and X, match speed, match speed, match speed. Oh, now we're going too fast. Now we're going to overshoot. Come on, buddy, you're going to have to fight me at some point. We're just wasting time. Can we get that? Alright. Oh, this is not fun. So, if we can get behind them, we might be able to survive this, although hopes are not good. That's the ship I want, a Kirax. Oh no, I could have had the... dumbass. That better not be the no bloody... Oh, I should have been paying attention. I could have had a Kirax. He bailed. Well, how about you eject? So I think we need to do some missions for the Black Sun. Alright, have we got any other contracts in Anja? This is not the best. Yeah, all my contracts are for the Black Sun. But where is that? Let's trim some of these out. We know where you are. We've done you. Endor. We're actually going to abort these, because although I'd like the money and the reputation, we're going to abort the ones in Hook, because we're not going to Hook. Black Sun, Hook, abort mission. I could do with, so... unless we've already done it. Could go after that one. I could go after that one. We've done that one. Okay. So, Hook Pirates. I've already done that one. Imperial. So let's set that to active. We need to find somewhere to replace. In fact, where's that one in Endor? Missions. There's one in Endor, isn't there? I'm tempted to do that one. Kazanti. Done that. Acto. Reported. Bakura. We've handed you in. Okay, so the problem we've got, I don't have any missiles. The ship's taken a wee bit of a beating. We could go there and rearm. We'll actually do that. So we were going to do that. No, we were going to go after that one, which is find a way to Endor. I suppose. You've still got time. Let's go there. in one. Set guidance to object. Let's go to Endor. That Anno equipment dock. We'll stop picking on the Black Sun for a little while. We'll see if we can get some bounty contracts for the Black Sun and get our reputation back up with them. Because although I don't mind taking them on eventually, at the minute, because where I'm fighting they seem to be operating a lot, it's going to make it a bit tricky. And I'm trying to stay neutral with as much stuff as I can. Because the Black Sun do have a base, they do have a wharf, they do sell some ships. And it's useful if you ever find yourself in a situation such as this, where you're a bit damaged, you've got no ammo. Having as many places you can dock, to me, seems smart. I can't remember what the huts actually sell, starfighter wise, because I probably prefer a bit more of a chunky fighter. What do you sell? Buy ships. Medium. No, they're a bit lumpy. Oh, with the huts I'd have to build some stations as well. Okay, that's not doable right now. This is why it's good to kind of get your
You won't last long.
No, don't stop. No. Yeah, let's go. Why are you doing this? Why is it aborted? I don't want to fight you right now. There we go. Will they chase me through the gate? This is what I didn't want. I didn't want the Black Sun to attack me. Sad. What are you? Oh! The Naboo Royal Authority has a hawk, apparently. That's another faction that we could potentially make friends with. Although I'm not a massive fan of the... I like the N1s, and I think I can't remember what it's called. The one Watto was Nubian. Very nice. Oh. Thought we found it then. We've not found it. Yeah, the big N1. Let's get his repairs and we can have a look at what Naboo has to offer. Is there anything from the Naboo Royal Authority that's worthy of a bounty hunter ship? I don't think it will be. I think one of the best factions to make friends with is probably going to be how much is that going to cost? Let's get 30 satellites. Repair. To shipping. Let's confirm order. And while that's quickly doing that, Naboo. Here's Naboo. Buy ships. So yeah, the J type. That's the big J type, the big Nubian. Has it actually got any guns? Has no guns at all. It's a purely diplomatic ship with not great shield or hull. So yeah, that's not something I don't particularly want. They sell bulk freighters, and they sell the N1 Starfighter. It's the highest preset for a normal N1 Starfighter. 500,000, 4,500 mil. Whew. It's a bit squishy. So like a lot of people that like these games, I really like hello, didn't want to get up, sorry. I really do like the N1 Starfighter and the X-Wings and stuff like that, because they're all ships that were in Star Wars games as I was growing up. Rogue Squadron and Star Wars Starfighter, which was set in Episode 1. Yep, something's froze. Or is it because we're auto-saving? Yeah, it's a Starfighter, things like that. The little fighters, and they were brilliant in games like this. And they are good in games like this, or they can be. But they can also be extremely squishy. We've got a few bounties to hand in. That's a bonus. I'm just going to drop off a satellite here. So I should have actually refilled my satellites, but time is money and all that stuff. Money is money. And spending money is not the best idea sometimes. Okay. I'm not going to put autopilot on because we don't want those cheeky little beggars to get some pot shots on us. It'd be cool if they posted a bounty on me, the Black Sun, if I wound them up that much. Well, it wouldn't be cool. It'd be entertaining. It'd be amusing for about 5 seconds, and then very frustrating, I would imagine. Slide to the left. Sometimes this seems really maneuverable, and sometimes it seems not so maneuverable. I don't know if it's because I'm hitting a dead spot or it's the controller. I am using mouse and keyboard. I am tempted to dig out my old Satek joystick to see if that still works, because that might be interesting. Okay, so we are now going to go to Endor, I think, or wherever it wants. I think that's the way to Endor. Oh, Endor's up there, so it would be that way. Let's go to Endor. So I've never been to Endor before, and it's full of scrap. I did see on some of the posts, forums, a good place to start with this mod if you're doing your own custom start and you want to get straight into trading and getting Durasteel plates and stuff like that, is starting Endor, because it's apparently, I think it's usually unclaimed and there's loads of scrap. That's obviously from the Death Star. Excuse me, getting a bit tired now. That's Kickery, eh? So we are currently in the sextet next Bakuri. I'm just checking something. So we have had some reports. So that was 5 minutes ago. That was 2 hours ago. That was 18 minutes ago. That was 1 second ago. So we're going to stop. We're going to do a quick scan. Because it might already be in this sector. We're looking for a patrol cruiser, which we might not do this mission either, because if it's a patrol cruiser, it usually means it's part of a patrol, and that could mean it's just a little rinky-dink on its own, just floating about, or it could mean it's part of a bigger fleet, which is not what we want. I'm actually going to drop a quick save as well, because we wouldn't want all that work we've just done to go to waste, because this game can be very brutal at times, which I suppose is one of the things that makes it so good, why it's so popular. Okay. So it's probably been trading. So if you look up there in the distance, that ominously red shaded. What's going on around here? Patrol, patrol, patrol. Defender. Yeah, that's a military station. It may be on a patrol route from there. It could even be, depending on its patrol patterns. Like, so if you can do patrol missions with the different factions. It could even be going like up here and then back down. Because that's a jump gate. That's 20 minutes ago, and it's patrolled down here 1 second ago. So where is it? Where's that 1 second marker? So it's just gone down to that jump gate. Let's scout it out. Like I said, I am not gonna have a pop at it if it's surrounded or if it's part of a massive patrol, because that's just going to lose me lots of reputation. Oh yeah. So we've got, that's the Star Destroyer, or it might be Victory. No, I think it's an ISD-1. Yeah, ISD-2 even. We've got that. Oh, actually, are they going to? Yes. So what we might be able to do, if they're going to have a little scrap, is I can be a bit of a scumbag here. I'll not get full bounty for it, but if I wait and let it get damaged a bit, and we just follow it, when it deploys its TIE fighters, they can go off and do what they want. And I should hopefully be able to pop it and then escape in the chaos. Nice and easy, cheesy, lemon squeezy. Oh. We might be able to get some nice loot as well. Or what might happen is this patrol group will just wipe out, get wiped out. Oh, sorry, a note patrol group might get wiped out by the Imperial one. Yeah, because they've got raiders. We'll see though. You're getting some hits. They have got a... Is it a Valor class? Now I'm a bit confused about the Valor class, because I remember the Valor class from the Old Republic game, the online one, which I played a lot of, because it's one of the ones on the little Starfighter mini mission things. You have to take them out. So I thought that was very old, but then when I was watching Ahsoka, maybe in the Mandalorian as well, they pop up a lot. Oh, that seems to be the New Republic's fleet, so I don't know whether they've been kind of like retconned a bit or just repurposed. Because that's one of the things I like about Star Wars ships, is you do tend to find a lot of really old ships are still kicking about thousands of years later, because it's kind of the mentality of, if it's not fixed, don't break it. And a big ship's a big ship. If you read any of is it the Second Heir to the Empire book, when they're looking for the Katana fleet, one of the cool things about that is both sides are essentially trying to find ships. They want extra tonnage for their fleets. Nebulon B there, having a little pound. Let's have a look. So it's taking some hammering. Look at this. Who's shooting at it? So that Vala's spitting out fire left, right and centre. I want to keep an eye on its health and that, so I don't want to do too many... Oh yes. Alright, get those shields down. That might have been a bit close for those missiles. Oh yes, we did it. And we haven't aggroed everyone, which is nice. Shall we just have a look at this battle a little bit? Oh wait, no. Am I safe? What we can do... We'll start heading towards the gate. And let's have a look at some of these. F3. Shift and H. I do like the Valor class, they are cool. Said in the old, I'm sure they're in the old Republic games. Oh, there's something very similar, because I remember as playing as a bounty hunter on that, one of the space battles, you have to take out all the turrets, which are kind of like dotted everywhere on there, and bonuses for taking out the bridge and the shield generator things. Yeah, very cool. And you've got the Neutron Star Cruiser. I don't know what you're doing. Does it say anything? Oh no, it's just having a pop. So there we go. So we will go and hand these in, and then we will call it a day, I believe. In fact, we'll cut it there, because you don't need to see me hand in missions. That's boring. So thank you for watching. This will be the first Let's Play through. It is probably going to get a bit more concise as we're going on as regards to story and things like that, because at the minute I'm just getting used to getting back into the oh, we're here, that's good. Yeah, I'm just getting back into the thingy of editing videos and that workflow, because it's been absolutely years since I've done it properly. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hop. Yeah, thank you for watching, and until next time.